what they're doing operationally. I think operations comes first, doesn't it, Tracy? Anyway, Tobin? He's floating around the fire enough, and he's an operations guy too, so he can do a fine job.
Thank you, Beth. All right, so as Beth said, I'm Tobin Kelly, the Fire Behavior Analyst. So waiting for Jeff here. I'll go ahead and don't have a pointer, so I'll try and describe where I'm talking about. But talk a little bit about what was looking like this morning and what was happening out there this afternoon. So I'll start where you see the 395 highway marker back up Vance Creek, where the big switchback is at 395. That's Vance Creek. There was a lot of fire up there that burned all night very actively up towards the Fall Mountain Lookout and the power line that runs through there. That has continued to be pretty active today, and that is a big point of concern. Oh, here's a pointer. Thank you very much. So, oops, where are we? Okay, yeah, there's Vance Creek coming up here, so maybe you can go over a little bit, Brian. Okay, so you can see the power line right there. So the fire was moving around up in this country and still burning very actively. So you can scroll out a little bit, Brian. Yeah, that's fine. You can just leave it right there. That'll be perfect. Coming around here on kind of where 395 or the snow park is, along the 4920 road, I believe that is. We did pick up a spot fire out here. They were working extremely hard on this. And this is a real critical point of concern here from a fire behavior and operations aspect to hold this right here so we don't lose this section of line. Coming around to this side where the 196 road is, this has been pretty critical. A lot of fire in here and a dry soda lookout. This fire perimeter is now out past dry soda. It did burn around the lookout. And, it's crossed into the private land in places down here. In the Canyon Creek here, today the fire became very active right down here in the canyon bottom. Go ahead and scroll out, Brian. And the last I saw, what was on what we call Modus Detection, which is a satellite, it looked like it had moved up past Wickiup Campground. So potentially it moved quite a bit there. Here is I believe it's the middle fork of Canyon Creek. The fire was almost down to the creek when I was out there driving around about 1 o'clock. And it looks like it may have spotted across and is coming out here. In the wilderness, that's been pretty quiet. There's been one basin back about in here that was burning very actively, but that was still a little west of that real rocky divide. And the fire had spotted over this rocky divide, but it's very scattered rocky fuels up there, so not anticipating a whole bunch of issues right now with fire behavior there. The north side, what Beth was talking about, the Canyon City, that has been pretty favorable for winds. Crews have done a really good job mopping that up, so the fire behavior is quite a bit less there. So that's kind of what we're looking at for today. I have some slides that talk about what the weather looks like over the next few days. Okay, so this is for tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, and we're sitting about right in here. This is just showing, a big slot of hot, dry air that's coming in. These little wind barbs there show the wind direction. We expect the weather tomorrow to be much like today. It's still going to be breezy out there, pretty active fire. But the concern we have is, going on the next slide, Brian, is starting on the 20th, which will be Thursday. We still aren't going to be under some warm and dry weather there with westerly winds to northwesterly winds. And that is going to have increasing winds. We're looking at general winds being about 10 to 15, gusted 15 to 20. And the same thing is going to happen on Friday, the 21st. What's going to happen is that the temperatures are going to drop, but they expect the winds to stay high. I've been talking to the Weather Service folks up at Pendleton and also at the Northwest Coordination Center in Portland. And this is going to be a big concern for us with the wind event that we're expecting to have for about a couple of days. Go on to the next slide there. So I believe that'll be Saturday, is that right? 22nd?